Hey, what is up, you guys? Quentin Loves Trains and Horror Movies 2015, and today I'm reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, released in 1987. This is one of the more interesting movies I've reviewed, mostly because of how uninteresting it is. Because yes, even though this is the movie that gave the internet its favorite municipal trash. Collecting mem.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
The entire first half of it is just a countdown version of the first Silent Night, Deadly Night. And that's not an exaggeration. It's not literally until 40 minutes in that movie zone story starts. Properly, apparently, the filmmakers were giving shit for a budget and told to just re-edit it, the original, and pass it off as a new sequel. It'd basically be a way to make free money, Matthew Lizesco style. But director Lee Harry demanded to film at least something for a new story, and so we got what's essentially a 40-minute highlight reel of part 1 and a low budget of 50-minute short film of part 2. Thankfully, Billy's little brother Ricky is able to score more kills. Let's get to reviewing this movie. The sequel picks up on Christmas Eve 4 years after the first movie, with Ricky Caldwell, the 18-year-old brother of the first film's killer, now being held in a mental hospital, sentenced there for life after a trial he had for a series of murders that he committed. While being interviewed by the psychiatrist Dr. Henry Bloom, Ricky tells the story of the murders his brother Billy committed throughout a series of several flashbacks using footage from the original film. These flashbacks have new shots to make Ricky appear in more of Billy's original story. After this, Ricky tells his own story. After Billy's death, he was adopted and given a good upbringing, but his trauma was never treated. After his foster father's death, Ricky loses his composure and commits a series of random murders, targeting people who are naughty. A chance for a normal life seems to appear when he starts dating Jennifer Statson, but an unpleasant encounter with Jennifer's ex-boyfriend Chip sends Ricky over the edge. He kills Chip by electrocuting him with a jumper cables that are attached to a car while Jennifer watches and uses the car antenna to strangle Jennifer to death. A security guard witnesses this, and as Ricky is about to get arrested, he grabs the guard's gun, shoots him in the forehead, and goes on a shooting spree. He kills at least 3 more people throughout a suburban neighborhood, including one man taking out his garbage. Before shooting him, Ricky yells, "Garbage Day!" a quote which would later become an internet meme. Later on, Ricky gets himself into a standoff where he tries and fails to commit suicide before getting arrested by the police. Cutting back to the present day, Ricky kills Dr. Bloom and escapes from the mental hospital, murdering a Salvation Army Santa and stealing the costume. Ricky plans a mission to accomplish what Billy failed to do, which was to kill Mother Superior. After chasing Mother Superior throughout her house, Ricky succeeds in decapitating her. Ricky cleans up her blood and stages the scene to make it look like Mother Superior sitting in a chair by placing the loose, unconnected head on her body. As soon as this is discovered by the police officers that had arrived on the scene, a screaming Ricky leaps out and prepares to attack, but is shot down out the patio door. Sister Mary wakes up and the police officer tells her, "He's gone, sister, it's over." Then she turns over and sees Mother Superior's severed head. Before screaming in terror, Ricky, who had been shot by the cops, suddenly opens his eyes and smiles devilishly, indicating that he had survived his gunshot wounds. The final shot shows the arm of the murderer dressed in a Santa suit, stock footage from the first film, plunging a knife into the screen before it freezes and the credits roll. That's it. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 came out in 1987 and would probably be an entirely forgettable if not for Eric Friedman's wheeling performance. And I would also like to give a shout out to Christian Hannah Horror, Nick the Lost River Drivin', Lee Drumdums, Justin Ryan 1988, Pizzal, Nick Push's Horror Channel, Jake Blaster Productions, Braden Timmons, Bud from the Halloween Verse, Zach CZ's World, Jimmy Champagne, Mike and Jay from We Watched a Movie, and James A. Janice from Dead Meat. Next week, I'll be reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3, Better Watch Out. Until next time, I'm Quentin Loves Trains and Horror Movies 2015. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below what you think. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and support me on Patreon. Thanks, be good people.